Hey guys, welcome to the channel. This is definitely an unplanned love reading. I already have a video posting or uploading right now, so I wasn't expecting to do a second reading today. However, this kind of came in very strongly when I was resting, and I just kept seeing this Five of Wands and hearing conflict and some sort of blockage and boundary, something being blocked and there being some sort of conflict, whether this is an internal conflict or whether this is a conflict with your person. I'm not sure yet, but we're going to dive in and figure this out together. So let's see what is going on here. We have the wheel. So I do feel some sort of change is occurring here. I feel like there's almost like a change in direction. Maybe you're being called to go a different direction. Wow. And set yourself free of something that's been holding you back. The Nine of Cups is finding this fulfillment and abundance and success, emotional fulfillment. Maybe you were feeling lack in that department and you were tired of kind of being in some sort of stuck situation that was not fulfilling you. So maybe this is like a change in direction towards what does feel good. Wow. Following that intuition, right? Two major arcanas already. I think this is a big time. And I feel like you have been feeling this intuitively for some time, that it was time to move a different direction. And I think now you're really trusting this. Look at that. The Eight of Cups. Yeah. Yep. This is definitely for a group of you that are walking away from something here. This wasn't easy, but I feel like we're going from the Eight of Cups to the Nine of Cups quite literally representing what I'm saying here, that you're walking away from something and it's setting you free, right? You are walking towards that sun, and look at this. And I think intuitively, you know that now is the time. There's some sort of opportunity I'm hearing, whether maybe you have, let's say, for example, right now you have this wonderful support system around you, good friends, a good group around you that is really rallying by your side. This doesn't have to be people exactly. This could be your spirit team, your angels, your guides. I just feel this rallying around you and you believing that you can do this, believing in yourself. And I almost feel like you're saying the time is now. There's almost like a time pressure. I don't know what that's about. Let's keep going here. Why does it feel like a time pressure? Let's see. We have the Page of Wands and we have the Queen of Pentacles. This is what I think this is referring to. I think you're feeling pretty well grounded right now. And again, what I was saying with the rallying around you, I think you are being supported and nurtured right now. You have the comfort and the luxury of either friends and family or your spirit team. You feel it very present right now and you're feeling very grounded. So being in this grounded energy, it's giving you the courage to do something new here, to do something different. You're feeling inspired to make some sort of change. And I think that you feel that this is going to be for the good. It's almost like you're saying, I almost feel like you're saying, it can't get any worse. It can only get better from this point forward. Whoa. So give me 1 second. I just dropped my whole deck. So sorry about that. When the deck does that, which I have not dropped the whole deck like that in a very long time, but that is my symbol for an explosion of emotions. Okay, let's see here. Look at that. And this card here wants to come out. It's kind of peeking. So not only do we have that Queen of Pentacles, we have the Queen of Cups right beside it, right? I definitely feel that you are feeling that you can handle this emotionally right now. Yes, there's a lot of love here, and I think you still have a lot of love for this person, but you're also, when you combine these three cards right here, this is really talking about emotional contentment within, finding that emotional contentment within, right? As the individual. With this Hermit card, I think you have done a lot of soul searching. I think you have done a lot of going within, processing, meditating, praying, connecting. And in doing so, I think you really found your ground. You really found self-love. And I think that's beautiful. You could also have some female energies around you, maybe even a mother or a grandmother figure. Whether they are alive or passed on, I feel mothering energy around you. This is also supporting you in making this change, in walking away from something that is no longer serving you. I also got, and now I know this is not going to be for everyone, but I just got another side message here about somebody saying, I just want to be single right now. I just want to be alone. I don't want to be in a romantic relationship right now. Look at that. Unbelievable. There's death and rebirth, right? The ending of something. And ending something, walking away from something that has come to completion. It's allowing for a rebirth in you. It's moving you towards this rebirth. And it's really beautiful. I know it's not easy and it hasn't been easy, but maybe right now you're feeling really supported and really amped up, like, I can do this. I have to do this. I will do this. I'm going to make this change. It's going to be for the good, right? But there needed to be some sort of metaphorical death here in order for this grand rising I'm hearing. Wow, Seven of Swords. So this is really telling me that it's going to get testy at times, right? We're never going to have a perfect day, right? Where we don't ever have any negative thoughts or lower vibration thoughts. That's just not possible. We all have them, whether they're just little kind of slivers or they're bigger, it's never going to be a perfect day. But there are going to be days where you're going to kind of be tested and tempted to fall back and to stay kind of stuck in this cycle that has been kind of on loop for a while. But I also feel like you're saying, I don't want to go back around and loop through this again. There's something about an opportunity right now to get out of this, to kind of move away from this. And I feel like you're saying, I can't let this temptation to fall back or this temptation to wait on this person hold me back. I can't, right? But there are going to be sneaky little thoughts coming in. So that's just something to be aware of, right? And there's nothing wrong with you. You're not doing anything wrong. This is just part of the human experience. But we have the free will choice all day, every day to choose love or the opposite, or choose positivity or negativity, right? There's duality in everything. There it is. You're kidding me. There's that Five of Wands I've been seeing today that actually pushed me towards this reading. It's just there's a conflict of interest between you and this person, or some sort of conflict or block. I just keep hearing we're not on the same page. We're not on the same page. I think there is also a disagreement on, there either was or is a disagreement on how you and this person could move forward. I think you both kind of have different views on this, or different outlooks. There's the Tower. Yep. Not surprised to see this, right? The Tower has come down here. I think this is something where you've tried to save this. You've tried so hard to kind of keep this alive and, you know, kind of wait around for this person. But this is divine intervention here. This foundation was never going to last because it was a very unstable foundation. This is not to say that you and this person can't rebuild together, and maybe will in the future. But in order for you and this person to rebuild on a sturdy foundation, this one has to go, right? So whether you move forward and have a reconciliation and a reunion with this person, or whether you move forward and are opening up to new love, either way, this Tower had to come down, and the divine came in and said, this is not good enough for you. You deserve better. So I'm going to knock this down. I'm going to come in here and smack this down and push you towards rebuilding on a sturdier foundation. One that you are deserving of. Relationships you are deserving of, including the relationship with yourself. Final card here. Oh, final two cards. Seven of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. Some of you might feel like, how do I live without this person? Or how do I even, maybe some of you were involved with this person for a very long time, right? Years, maybe 20 years even. And it's like, I don't know how to live without this person. I don't know where to even start if I'm getting out there and opening my heart to new romance. Where do I begin? I've been out of the game for so long, I don't even know, right? But the thing is you don't have to figure any of that out right now. Where the work lies is the work within the self, right? Just focus your attention on yourself right now, right? Don't worry about tomorrow. Don't worry about what happened in the past. Just focus on today, right? Take it one step at a time, and you're just going to be fine. You're going to be okay. You're going to get through this. Let's see the heart's hidden secrets. I'm so glad that Five of Wands came through, right? It almost had to, right? It didn't have to, but it just adds to the validity of the energy I was picking up on. Look at this. No way. There's the foundation card. Oh my gosh. I just got goosebumps, right? We were just talking about that foundation, that it wasn't good enough. It was not stable. It was not sturdy. It was not going to last. This is, again, not to say that you can't rebuild with this person on a more well-established ground and foundation. You absolutely can, if you choose to do so. I feel you're going to have options in the future. It might come to a point where this comes back around and you're going to be the one with the ball in your court, and it's going to be up to you whether you say, yes, let's do this, let's rebuild, or maybe you say, no, this chapter is closed, I'm done with this person, right? And for each of you, it's different situations. But this is major confirmation that this death happening, this metaphorical death, this closing of a chapter, this closing of a cycle, it was necessary for the rebuilding of your foundation and any relationship foundations, for you to get the love you deserve. Obscurity, secrets, mysteries, concealing. I think there's a bit of avoidance energy that maybe this was something you are, as a couple, maybe in the past, there was kind of an avoiding of this holes in the foundation type of energy where you both knew that something had to change in order for this to work out and have longevity to it. I think you both noticed that there were gaps, there were things that were going to eventually crumble, but I feel like you both, or one or the other, kind of tried to ignore those things, right? And maybe say, oh, we can work on that when we get to it, right? But it almost, I don't want to call it red flags, but things kind of stood out in the past. Let's see what else here. Oh my goodness, I can't even get any to pop out. Maybe we're done here. Let's see. Give a couple more shuffles. There we go. Depth, awareness, importance, value. What a beautiful final card. No wonder I had to work for that one. That was a very important closing card here, right? You deserve the level of depth that you have given to this person. I think you really put your time and energy into them, and you really went deep with them and really opened your heart. And maybe they only met you half that depth, right? You deserve someone that dives that deep with you as well, that gives that deeply, that loves that deeply with you. You're a very, very deep person with very, very deep emotions and feelings. You love very deeply. You nurture very deeply. And it's important that you see your value. You are rare. You are one of a kind. You are a gift. And whether that person realizes it now or not, and I'm sure they do, I'm sure they notice your absence or, your value. And again, it's going to be your choice moving forward, whether you revisit that connection and reconcile or not. But either way, what's so important right here and right now is your acknowledgement of your own self-worth. This is not about this person and how they feel and how they view you and if they recognize your worth. It's about, do you recognize your worth? And I think that you absolutely do. And that is why you are finally stepping forward into a new cycle, finally walking away from something that was draining you, that was not serving you, that was not treating you as you deserve, right? So don't settle for less, right? Know your worth, know your importance and your value. And I just feel like this is such a big time for you. I'm sending you so much love. If you want to work with me personally, my email is linked below. Other than that, I'm sending you so much good vibes and positivity, hoping nothing but the best for you. Let me know what's going on in the comments. Can't wait to hear. And I will see you guys next time. Take care. Be well.